The Republican nominee for Michigan Governor, Tudor Dixon, seemed to mock the kidnapping plot against Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer. During two campaign events on Friday, Dixon made light of the high-profile 2020 kidnapping conspiracy, which led to criminal charges against 6 people, including convictions for 2 men.
The sad thing is that Gretchen will tie your hands, put a gun to your head, and ask if you're ready to talk. For someone so worried about being kidnapped, Gretchen Whitmer sure is good at taking business hostage and holding it for ransom.
The look on her face was like, oh my gosh, this is happening. I'd rather be kidnapped by the FBI.
Whitmer's campaign condemned Dixon's comments in a statement, writing, quote, "Threats of violence are no laughing matter. And the fact that Tudor Dixon thinks it's a joke shows that she's absolutely unfit to lead Michigan." Jonathan Lemire, I'm just adding this to the list of Republicans who they think it's cool to be cruel and nasty and to lie and to mock people for serious things. I mean, they literally, you could get a T-shirt, "Cool to be cruel." Join the Republican Party.
Yeah, it does seem that the governing ethos of the GOP right now is simply to own the libs. And this isn't even a good own. This is disturbing, cruel rhetoric. There was a kidnapping plot against Governor Whitmer. Arrests were made. The FBI was involved. Her life was in danger per authorities. That is not a laughing matter. That is not something we'll be joking about. And Mika, it just continues, to your point, this growing trend also, not just Republicans being cruel, but injecting the threat of political violence into our rhetoric. That we heard from here, she's laughing about it. She's saying, oh, you know, we heard from Lindsey Graham, Senator Lindsey Graham, in the wake of the Mar-a-Lago search about how he predicts there could be violence because of the search and if Trump were to be indicted. The former president has amplified those comments and made those of his own. Authorities say not only there are threats against the FBI, they deeply worry about threats against elected officials between now and November and the aftermath of the election. Mika, this kind of talk to minimize that only makes it worse.
Coming up, why the granddaughter... Oh, yeah, John?
Mika, I just wanted to say one thing to you really quickly. The other thing about Tudor Dixon,
Please.
you know, why is she losing right now to Gretchen Whitmer? She, unlike a lot of Republicans who tried to get away from their anti-choice stances, and you'll see this on the circus also, she continues to say that she thinks that abortion should be banned even in cases of rape and incest. So, you know, you think about why she's losing that race, that's cruel also, and that's the kind of cruelty that's catching up with her. Also, she also is involved apparently in some very interesting vampire erotica, which you could look up on Google if you're interested to see.
But I might add,
she's an interesting candidate in a lot of ways.
But I might add that when Ronald Reagan was shot, Democrats didn't act like that. I mean, when you've seen brutality and cruelty on the other side, we've always said that that's not the way you behave. It's just something we shouldn't allow to be normalized.
It's a really strange time, and the things the Republicans are using as political tools are really, it's getting low. It's lower every day, from migrants being boarded onto planes and misled and flown off to islands, to making fun of someone having their life threatened. Who are these people?